I hereby declare a public hearing and second reading to adopt ordinance number 20-2008 establishing district elections, defining district boundaries, and scheduling district elections.
Mr. Mayor, this item was introduced at the July 21st meeting and was approved on a 3-2 vote. The item is required to have one public hearing before adoption. This action would actually adopt the ordinance. The ordinance itself is an ordinance adopting 4 council districts, and it establishes the 2 districts where the elections would be held this year and the 2 districts where the elections would be held in 2022.
The reason I made the motion was because there's this perception that 3 council members selected this map, when the truth of the matter is these maps were selected unanimously. Councilwoman Lula Davis-Holmes wanted these maps. She voted for it in closed session. Councilmember Hicks wanted this map. He voted for it in closed session. It was unanimously. So this perception that, oh, it's 3 council members that picked this map is absolutely false. Here in Carson. I'm speaking, Councilwoman.
I just want you to do the closed session. I want you to re-vote on the closed session so we can have this discussion without attorney, because Jen Beer was not here. Cedric withdrew his vote.
We already voted. We already disclosed it.
No, we already.
I'm not going to disclose it again. I already said what I was going to say. If you want to talk about it, you can talk about it. Or
well, I do, and I want us to limit.
Can we agree then that there's going to be no more discussions about closed sessions?
I'm not going to bring it up again.
Okay.
I'm not going to bring it up again. I brought it up for the point that needed to be made.
What I want to say, because
Councilwoman, please let me finish.
Okay.
I was respectful.
You got a few more. I'm gonna be respectful, but let's keep it in the 5 minutes also.
Okay.
It's up.
Many commentators have indicated that we live in a time where our democracy is under threat. The real threat to our democracy is ignorance, lack of understanding of history and what the law is. The Voting Rights Act was specifically enacted and approved by Congress, signed by the president in 1964 to create districting, to allow African Americans, minorities to be elected.
Yes, we all did vote for this map. We voted for this map as a strategic plan, not to say we were going to district. It was to say that if the judge orders us to go to district, we could say, time out, Your Honor. We have a map that we'd like you to look at. That was the plan. Then all of a sudden it came up, okay, we're going to do this ordinance just in case. But the plan was always, yes, we voted. We went through the process. And we all came up with agreement on one map. 5 unanimously, but it was not to say we're going to district. It was a strategic move that we made that has backfired, basically. We will not know if this motion passes to put district into play. And I've said it before, you got nobody running against the incumbents. And this is a slam dunk. I wish it was me when I was running. I had 9, 10 people running against me.
This is my fear. This is my, I don't want it to become a black and brown issue. I want to talk about this flyer that came out. I have personally become the subject of a misleading statement as well as an attack flyer in an effort to turn residents against me and put pressure on me to not support districts in Carson. I stood my ground then and I'm standing my ground now. Even though I was ready to support maintaining the current at-large system and fighting in court, however, the lies and threats in the recent flyers from the Carson Coalition, i.e. Robert Leslie, pushed me to the other side. I will not participate in a so-called deceitful plan, as Mr. Leslie has called it, a vote for bogus districts. Tonight I'll vote my conscience, using my discernment and through an analysis of issues, do what I truly believe is in the best interest of the city of Carson.
I'm hearing my colleagues, and I talked about it at length at times. The process of tearing the city into 4 districts when this city has been known to be culturally diverse, to me seems a wrong. And you talk about what the Voting Rights Act presented and what it produced. I understand that. John Lewis did fight for that. My concern is most of these other cities did not have the cultural diversity that we have here in the city of Carson, and that every ethnicity to some point in time has been on this city council. So being disenfranchised has never been an issue within this city. And we have been known nationally for being the most culturally diverse community in the nation. And my concern is, we know Shenkman filed a lawsuit. We're waiting for results to come back from the judge. That person didn't rule. Why are we jumping the gun? As they always say, you got the horse out the gate, out the barn, you got the milk spilled. Why would you do that when at this point in time, let's see what the ruling is going to be?
I'm going to start with a paraphrase quote from Abraham Lincoln. He said that if he responded to and reacted to every negative thing that was said about him by his critics, he would never be able to do his job for the people. So I am, of course, a person that has been unfairly attacked many times, 100% false accusations put out against me many, many times. But you know what? I have thick skin. I love Carson. And even the people who have attacked me have changed their mind at times because they've seen the truth. So I think, the map is of compromise. As I said 2 weeks ago, it's not the map that I supported at first, but then I was willing to, along with all 4 of you, we agreed to this map.
So now we will vote on the original motion, which is to approve the ordinance as stated in the staff report pursuant to this public hearing, and which would also be the second reading of the ordinance. Roll call, Madam City Clerk, please.
Councilmember Davis-Holmes.
No.
Mayor Pro Tem Dear.
Yes.
Councilmember Hicks.
No.
Councilmember Hilton.
Yes.
Mayor Robles.
Yes.
Motion passes 3-2.
The Government's Sunshine Project is brought to you by Charles Thomas for Carson City Council 2020. I'm Charles Thomas, and I approve of this message.